Hey guys, chalking up the bells, getting ready to chalk up the bells. We're gonna get some new chalk soon. Today is interval day. Definitely gonna need your help. Eight rounds gives me 15 minutes. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. The goal of my interval sessions is to get the heart rate up, to have good technique. Always a plus in kettlebell sport. It's a technique-driven activity, technique-driven sport. But also, I don't want a red line. Red line is when you get your heart rate up so high you're not recovering too well between those minute rounds. And it really deeply, very much puts you in that parasympathetic state, or I'm sorry, the sympathetic state, and you're almost reaching that fight or flight. I've been there. And I flee. I put the bells down and walked away. I don't want to do that. And you don't want to see me do that. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to go through. I appreciate the thumbs up. So I won't be able to talk in between rounds, but I might come up and look at the camera. Maybe. I might actually spend a whole lot of time with my head down. Gasping for breath. My back is sore. I don't know why. Well, it's always a little sore. From life. Life weighs you down, guys. At this point, it's me against gravity. It's a metaphor, by the way. It's not really me against gravity. I'm in cooperation with gravity. In reality, gravity doesn't even exist. Seems an odd thing to say, right? Especially as gravity is what's making these kettlebells feel so heavy. Who do we got? Hey, Runner Boy, what's up? I can't pronounce the name. Eric, would you ever get the fair one with me? I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. So I can't say yes, I can't say no. What is the fair one? Would I ever go to the fair with you? Probably not. I'm sure you'd be pleasant company at the fair. I don't really have any desire to go to a fair. I always feel sorry for the animals. When I was a kid, I loved going to the fairs to see the animals. So I discovered that the animals that I was seeing were basically going to either be killed or some other way. And then I just lost interest in fairs. I mean, rides and stuff are fun. One boy says I got 3. Oh, you got your for the trip? Nice. 1 more next week. How you feeling after this, Runner Boy? Any side effects? Alright guys, I won't be able to talk. Maybe grunt for the next 15 minutes. Then I'm going to do very light squats. Especially, man, I got Runner Boy here. I'm actually a little intimidated about doing squats with Runner Boy here. Runner Boy, in my opinion, best squatter in the game, bar none, on all of YouTube's. Alright guys. 1 on, 1 off. Long side, clean and jerk. started out with 8. I'm going to back it down to 7. Again, I don't want a red line. But I like to start with 8. I like to end with 8. Two rounds. Yeah, lots of ball sweat. That's true. Not gonna lie, man. Seconds, round 3 coming up. Three. More. All I see is more roof job. Round 4 coming up. Puts me halfway there, guys. Round 5 coming up. 15 seconds. Three more, guys. Round 6. Two more. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Jacob. Two more rounds, guys. Like to get another 7. Entertain the possibility of closing with an 8. One more round, guys. One more. Catch up with you guys in a minute. Guys, I got an 8 the first minute, 7s across the board. Last round, minimum 7. Whew. That's it, guys. 8 rounds. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Mary. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's see. Is that King Canadian? Oh, how heavy are those? 18 kilograms, so about 40 pounds each. Not really heavy, but heavy enough for me these days. Heavy enough for a 6-year-old with a bad back. Don't hate, hydrate. Make it up another day. There you go. Excellent advice. It was a good session. I've been usually getting 7 across the board. Some days I'm able to finish with an 8. This week, hey Mike, this week I got a 8, 7s, and finished with an 8. Scroll up. It's gonna be hard for me to scroll. Hard for me to scroll because I got chalk in my hands. Kira says, scroll up, brother Yogi. Hey Brian. I have something just went past this full screen just then. Ghost maybe, I don't know. Probably chalk. Probably chalk. Thanks. Oh, Mike. Hey, you're welcome, my friend. You know that. Mike, whenever I'm able to. Brian says, have a great day, Yogi. Getting ready to do mine in a few. Awesome. So, you're absolutely welcome, Mike. So, guys, I got light squats coming up. Don't hate on my squats. You can critique my squats. Don't criticize my squats. This is a slow journey back. I hurt my back in 1990. Never got it fixed. However, it took me 2 years to recover from it. Well, maybe about a year. I was able to do all kinds of stuff. I was able to go back to powerlifting. I was able to deadlift and squat heavy again. But every once in a while it would go out. I got into Olympic lifting. I got into kettlebell sport. I got into ultra running. And generally my back was feeling okay. 2 years ago I hurt it. And it's coming up on 2 years to get it better. Oh, you're asking how my calf was. It's feeling better today. It's a little tight, but better. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I will definitely try to keep up the great work, such as it is. Let's see. 2D says, you're not far off, are you, Eric? I'm a little far off, but I'm getting better. Thank you, Mary. Mary says you're doing great. All right, guys. So we got squats. I got a warm-up set, and I got dips. So I'm going to do a set of squats, one set of dips, set of squats, rest, another set of squats, and then finish off with one set of pull-ups. One set of dips seems to be about the perfect time for me. Because my shoulders are already fried from however many reps I got, which I think is 52, maybe 52, 53. I don't remember. I got a PR last week. I got 23 dips. However, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Last week I was showing off for the awesome Cat and Jack. I don't know if Cat's here today. So if she's not here, I'm not going to show off. No offense to you guys, I'm not going to show off for you. I'm saving my showing off for Cat. Couple reps for warm-up. So here's the story with squats, guys. I haven't really squatted for just body weight squats, maybe some kettlebell goblet squats, probably for almost 20 years. Just squats for mobility. I didn't really need to squat heavy for, ultra running. And when I was originally competing in kettlebell sport, we did shallow squats, or sometimes called jump squats, although you don't actually jump. A shallow squat mimics the movement of the kettlebell lifts. So I only go maybe a quarter of the way down, and instead of going back, I push my legs forward just like I'm doing a jerk, and then I go up on my toes. So the motion is, however, because I'm coming back after a long absence from kettlebell sport, my weight feels heavy. I did, 11 years of ultra running, and then I did high rep body weight for 4 years, just burpees every day. Some dips, some pull-ups, stuff like that. But I felt the need to regain some absolute strength. So I'm doing a couple run-throughs of an easy 5-3-1 powerlifting program, even though my weight doesn't warrant it to be called powerlifting. Hey, Super Champion. So that's the story with squats. So today starts a new cycle of the 5-3-1, 3 sets of 5. First set of 5. I go up and wait. Got a set of dips coming up. As mentioned, last week I got 23 reps total, which was a PR. Hey, Kat. I guess that means I got to show off now. Thank you, JR. I appreciate that. Kat says, ugh, I made it. Kat, were you napping? Never wake up on my account. Let's see. Jared says, I think the form on the squats are great. Back is straight, good control. I don't see any issues, Yogi. Awesome. Thank you so much, JR. I appreciate it coming from you. Someone that I admire quite a bit. Someone that I admire in a lot of ways, my friend. Kat says, yes. Kat, never wake up on my account. Did I say flex? I think I said show off. Kat says, thanks for helping Yogi, JR. Definitely. Thank you, Jacob. All right. The problem with hitting a PR 1 week is you might not be able to live up to your own height the following week. The good news is I don't have to. I don't even have to show off for Kat. You know why? Because Kat loves me whether I get 10 reps or 24 reps. Right? I think. I hope. Alright, guys. 22. One rep less. That's okay. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that. Keep going, dude. Hey, I appreciate that. That's the plan. Champ says impressive work. Thanks, champion. I appreciate that. Again, JR, champ, two people I admire for what you guys do. Alright, set number 2, squats. Upped it by 10 pounds. So another set of 5. Reps. Alright guys, here's the plan. I'm going to do one set of dips because I do a lot of overhead pressing. How heavy is barbell? Total 45-pound bar, yep, 75 pounds total. Not super heavy. My goal is to work my way up to hey Josh. My goal is to work up to body weight squat for set of 5, and then switch back over to kettlebell specific squats with that weight. Champion says, well, I also have a small notebook. I have notebooks dating all the way back to 1979, believe it or not. Maybe even further. I got a bodybuilding book that I bought as a maybe 13-year-old, 12-year-old that has my weight and measurements recorded in it back then. Thank you, JR. I appreciate that. JR says, so after I do this set, I'm going to bring the kettlebell up close. I'm going to bring the camera up close so we can have a conversation. Is that what you wanted me to see? Jared says, well, I was looking at Super Joe. I think Kat might be Miss Yogi's daughter. What do you think about that, Kat? Jared says, thanks, Yogi. It means a lot, man. Let's go. I appreciate that. Champion says, Sir, you're kind of like my coach, but I think he's shorter than you. Thanks, Kat. Josh says, who needs kids? Yogi 2025. All right, guys, I got one more set of squats. Then I'll finish off with some pull-ups. Hey, JR. And yeah, I mean that sincerely. I really admire, actually, both you and Champion, what you guys do. You guys are that younger generation that's going to make all the difference in the world. And I watch your videos, I watch what you guys do, and I think, you know what? The world's in good hands. The world is in good hands with you guys. I got a little bit tighter for this weight. My belt, that is. It's going to be hard to get off though. That's okay. At least I'll be done. My shirt's stuck. This is why I got holes in my shirt. So guys, in life you have two kinds of people. You have the people who put their stuff away when they're done, and you have the assholes who don't put that stuff away. I am both those kind of people. I am both those kind of people at once sometimes. Alright guys, so I'm going to bring this closer. We're going to catch up. I'm going to do one set of pull-ups still. Can you guys see? Both kinds of people. Made me laugh. Jason, I thought it was the belly button. You know what? I'm not going to lie, JR. I'm not going to lie. You're going to be shocked and disappointed. I apologize. I made that up. Alright. How many reps? After long cycle, my grip is shot. So we'll see what I can get. Whatever I get is what I get. All right, 7. Not bad for a finisher. When I'm fresh, I'm good for about 15. Kat says, I'm shocked Yogi told a fib. You know, it was just an exaggeration. Champion says, I'm so gullible. I believe him when he was talking about the whole... Man, I hope you didn't go and cut all, like, show up in the gym with holes in your shirt saying, man, this guy on YouTube, he's a yogi. He told me to cut a hole in my shirt so I could have belly button ventilation. It's a yogic technique. Man, I feel bad. JR cut holes in all his tops. Man, that's what I was afraid of. I apologize. Hey, JR, I owe you a brand new wardrobe. Hey, I gotta admit, I was a little intimidated doing my set of pull-ups. If you ever watch JR doing his pull-ups, this guy has serious body control. He does not mess around. It's pretty awesome. Let me get this closer. You guys don't need to see me squint. I did read you, JR. I feel bad now. Hey, let's vote. Yep, I'll do more after rest it out. But that was my last set. I'm done for the day. My problem is I never rest up. I train every single day. And I have since I was just a kid. Ethan says, is Trump on the Epstein list? I don't know. Here's a better question. Do you think we'll ever find out? Here's an even better suggestion. I actually don't care. No offense, but it's not my list, not my people. I care about the people who have suffered at the hands of such a person. I care about them. Other than that, I don't care. If that makes sense. Jessica says, doesn't matter. I think it probably does matter. I mean, I think anyone who is responsible for harming a child needs to be held accountable regardless of who they are. But since I don't know who's on the list and who isn't, I'm not going to speculate, and I'm not going to waste precious brain power, of which I don't have a whole lot to spare, on something that I don't know and might possibly never know. You know what I mean? That's why I don't do conspiracy theories. I have enough with here and now, and by enough, I mean literally enough. Everything I need. This one single breath that I'm about to take. See? I just did it. Everything I need. So outside of that, what more can I do? Hey Praveen. Our friend Praveen has been under the weather, and his wife is under the weather. Praveen is such an awesome husband. He's taking care of her. My love to both of you guys. What do you call a cute door? What do we call a cute door? Jared says, how's your back when doing squats and pull-ups? Pull-ups, it's fine. My back is a little iffy. I need to be careful. One wrong, my technique's got to be pretty much spot on. One little mistake and I'll feel it for a week. Fortunately, I do my second round of yoga. Super champ, adorable. I like that. Kat says, so no, love you guys, Praveen. Hey, while we are on the subject of offering some love and some prayers to friends, Praveen and his wife, our friend T, not getting into specifics, she's not in a great way. And she could definitely use a little bit of prayers. If anyone could just send some love, send some energy, send some good vibes, prayers her way. Champion says, be positive, guys. That's the plan. Hey, Johnny Cash. Yeah, I saw. Sad news. But as I've said a couple times, he beat the odds. Ozzy Osbourne, man. He covered a lot of ground. Did a lot of stuff. Gets us 35 likes. Hit that like button. Thanks, guys. I can help with that. I can hit it once. I think. Nah, maybe not. I thought I could. Oh well. I don't need to like my own stuff. Champion says, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but who is Ozzy Osbourne? Not disrespectful at all. He's a whole nother generation. He was one of the original heavy metal singers in the band Black Sabbath. It was formed, I believe, in 1969. And they were heavy, especially considering the time. And they stayed around all the way up 1980s. And Ozzy left and did his solo career. He reunited. He actually just did a tour. And he sang a lot sitting in a chair because he was unable to stand. That's a guy who just loved what he was doing. He loved it a little too much. He's most famous for biting the head off of a bat. He did it by accident. He used to bite the head off of toy bats as part of his act, because, you know, he was the Lord of Darkness. And, hey, that's Les Smoke says Ozzy, King of Rock. Someone threw a live bat, and he thought it was a toy, and he picked it up and bit the head off. Became a famous act. Sad for the bat. Sad for Ozzy. He had to get rabies shots. Johnny Cash says Ozzy Osbourne has a place in heaven, and he made it there, and he always be in heaven. Thank you, Johnny Cash. Thank you for being here, full of positivity as always. So joined in. I appreciate that, my friend. You know I always appreciate you being here. He bit the head off. Yep. Unfortunately. This is worth denying. Mike, you think so? You think I'm biting the head off the bat is biting that ear off of someone's head? It's touch and go, man. It's touch and go. I guess it depends. Is it your ear? If it was my ear, I think I'd feel worse than the bat. But Jenny says, I am Archangel Michael, and he always have a place in heaven for him up there. Well, I appreciate that even more. Straight from the angel's mouth. Alright guys, I'm going to head up and do my yoga. Believe it or not, it's just a little after 9, and I'm going to get ready to eat dinner. That's right, I said it. I'm going to eat dinner. Even the old people in the early bird special are like, man, that guy's old before his time. Hey, L-Dog. That like for Yogi Wan Kenobi. That might be my favorite nickname of all. Jessica says, see you this afternoon. Eric, definitely, Jessica. More breath work. More breath work and maybe some meditation and the Yoga Nidra. L-Dog's laughing. Okay, you're eating dinner, but do you have supper later? I do. About somewhere between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, I have another small meal to tide me over until morning. Champion says, Jedi Master, the one Kenobi. Thank you, my friend. JR says, this is no disrespect, but most people your age would be at home watching TV with a cup of tea, and I've actually already done that, except for the TV. I don't generally, if I'm cooking, I might turn on the TV to catch a little bit. I've been watching the second time through repeats of Schitt's Creek. You guys ever watch Schitt's Creek? The funniest show ever. Trust me, you got to stick with it. And it has a beautiful, beautiful arc. So yep, drinking tea, amount of hours you spend on live working out, daily doing things people my age can't do is amazing. Well, thank you for that. You know, I mentioned before, when I was in my late 30s, I started training to be 40. I started ultra running when I was 45. I didn't finish my first 100-mile race until really about a week after my 50th birthday, after 3 attempts. In my 40s, I started training to be 50s. In my 50s, training to be 60. Now I'm training for the duration, whatever comes up. Jacob, thank you, my friend. Thank you for having me, Mr. Jacob, brother. Jacob, it's always an honor to have you here. Praveen says, see you, sir, in your next live. Thank you, Praveen. Jarek says, keep it up, Yogi. Thanks. And as I mentioned, you guys, you, Champion, Jacob, Praveen, all you guys in that younger generation, you give me so much hope for the future. Let's see. What's a suggestion? Snowfall. It's chalk flying everywhere. Oh, Snowfall is an absolute masterpiece. There's a lot of violence and drug stuff, and careful when you're watching it. I'll look for it. I don't do a whole lot of violence anymore. You know, the very first principle of yoga is called ahimsa, which means non-harmfulness. And when you practice it sincerely, the thought of harm in any way starts leaving. But it also protects you. It removes you from the realm of harmfulness. It's said that advanced yogis, and I'm talking really advanced, beyond my imagination advanced. Although I have met a yogic saint, and it was pretty amazing. And I've met some pretty advanced yogis, but not to this extent. Swami Muktananda, not Swami Muktananda, Swami Rama, took a needle, about the length of a knitting needle, and stuck it through his arm. No blood, nothing. Someone in the audience gasped. I wasn't here, but I saw a video of this. Someone in the audience made a noise, and he lost his concentration, and blood started spurting out everywhere. But he quickly regained his concentration, and the blood stopped. Pulled it out. Nothing, no hole, anything. Wasn't a trick. Sigma says, I really like Hindi words from you, sir. Thank you, I appreciate that. I just hope I'm saying them right. Sampi says, okay, my bad. No, that's okay. It doesn't mean that I won't check it out. Here's the funny thing, Champion. I will explain this maybe in the next live stream. We are all actors pretending to get hurt. Even if we think it's real, we are all actors pretending to get hurt and to hurt others. When you see through the play in Sanskrit and yogic philosophy, it's called Lila, the play of God. When you see through that play, when you see through the illusion, Kat says that's goals. Yep. Praveen says Mahatma Gandhi, father of nation, gives India freedom from British rule, and his full freedom struggle was based on ahimsa. Absolutely. Not a single shot fired by his true supporters, and they actually gained their independence from the most powerful empire at the time. Super Champion said, Soul Rat Man is onto something, let him cook. Speaking of cooking, I gotta go get ready to cook. Alright guys, I'm done working out. I will see everyone later, 1 o'clock. We'll talk more about this. One of my favorite things to talk about. I love talking about ahimsa, the practice of yoga. Obviously, Course in Miracles, it's all related. Champion says bye. JR says calm and peaceful energy is too good to have, to be affected by negative and violence. I seek peace and stronger energy. You're absolutely right. It's so on point. Hey JR, in the next live stream you pop in, let me know how old you are. Praveen says, yes sir, I love your knowledge about Hindi and India. It's the motherland. Everything I love has originated from India. Praveen says, bye sir. Bye guys. Love you all. I'll see you a little bit later.